Hi, I'm Dr. Brian Thornburg. Teenage acne, why does it happen? What can we do to control it? What other natural approaches can they use? When we develop our sex hormones, like testosterone, estrogen, what happens is our top layer of our skin becomes a little bit thicker. It keratinizes. And with that keratin change, the environment of the skin changes. We change the type of bacteria that live on the skin. And the bacteria that develop with our puberty is more prone to having acne. Pores become clogged because that keratin or thicker layer can cover the opening to the pore. We have the bacteria that's a different bacteria is now inside of the pore. And just like a pond that doesn't get fresh water, it's going to become stagnant and then bacteria will flourish and then we get a zit. The methods that we can use is exfoliating the skin by taking off the keratin with a gentle exfoliator or a chemical burn like sodium benzoate. Then we can clear away that top layer. The second approach is to give a topical antibiotic or an oral antibiotic. That'll help clear some of the bacteria that live on the skin, and specifically you target the bacteria that causes acne, and then that reduces the possibility of the inflammation happening inside of the pore. This third way to handle this is by using Accutane. It is very rough on the body. We have to check liver enzymes every month when you take Accutane because it is processed through the liver and it can cause an inflammation to the liver. So those are the methods that we use to control acne. Then to step into the question of how can we do this more naturally, that's where we have to look at stress and the food that we're eating. We know that stress increases cortisol and that will lead to further development of the sex hormones or block some of the sex hormone metabolism. Second, the food we eat does matter. Anything we put into our body is either moving us towards inflammation or away from inflammation. So if we're eating a standard American diet, then you're going to have a lot of omega-6s. The omega-6s create inflammation inside of our body. So we want to move away from foods that are high in inflammation, omega-6s. Sugars will do the same thing. When we eat sugar, it's like throwing leaves on the fire. Sure, we're going to get a burst of energy, just like leaves thrown on a fire. You're going to get a bright burn right at that moment, but then you get all that little particulate matter that flies off the fire. We get a bright burn from the sugar, but then we get these free radicals that start moving through the body, and those are inflammatory. So all of this inflammation just doesn't stay in the gut. It moves throughout the body. So if we stay in a chronic state of heightened inflammation because of the food we're eating, when we get a little acne, it's just more prone to having worst case of acne. You can take increased amounts of fish oil. That'll help balance off the omega-6s. We also want to make sure that we're taking a good multivitamin because we need the vitamin C, we need the zinc. We also need to have all of the little cofactors, minerals that we need to fire up the mitochondria because that helps us detoxify. And last, we want to get plenty of sleep because we know that sleep helps repair and regenerate the body. So this is a little quick review on how you can manage acne at home. Thanks a lot.